Before we make it, did you know nobody actually agrees where the snickerdoodle even got its name? Some say it's German. Some say it's just a nonsense word somebody made up because the cookie was fun to bake. Honestly, we don't care who's right. Heather's making pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies.
We're going to start by beating some softened butter with granulated sugar. What you're looking for is a lighter, creamy texture with no large pieces of butter remaining. You're going to scrape the bowl once so that everything mixes really evenly. Then in a separate bowl, you're going to whisk together the flour, your baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. The cinnamon goes into the dough as well as the coating, so the spice is carried all the way through this cookie. Then you're going to add pumpkin puree and vanilla to the butter mixture. Be sure that this is plain pumpkin, and you're going to mix until the color is even. The dough is going to be softer than an ordinary snickerdoodle dough because pumpkin naturally adds more moisture. You're going to add your dry ingredients gradually, mixing only until the flour disappears. And then once your last addition is incorporated, stop mixing. Working the dough longer than necessary can make the cookies heavier. The finished dough should look soft and slightly sticky, but it should still hold together when it's scooped. For the cookie coating, combine remaining cinnamon with sugar. This layer is more than about decoration. As the cookies bake, it creates lightly crisp, sparkling exterior that distinguishes a snickerdoodle from an ordinary sugar cookie. You want to scoop that dough into even portions and gently roll each one into a little ball. Coat it completely in the cinnamon sugar, then place it on a parchment-lined baking sheet with room to spread. Once you've seen one of these cookies, we won't make you watch us roll the entire batch. Bake them at 350 degrees for about 12 minutes. The edges should look set, but the centers may still appear soft. Do not wait for the middle to look completely firm, or your cookies may be overbaked by the time they cool. You're going to let them rest briefly on the pan before transferring them. This is what you're looking for: a soft center that holds together, a gently crisp cinnamon coating, and enough pumpkin flavor to make them unmistakably fall.
But where did the snickerdoodle come from? Or who decided to call it a snickerdoodle?
Snickerdoodles have been part of American baking history for more than a century, although no one really knows exactly how it received that unusual name. One theory connects it to Schneckenoodlen, which is a German cinnamon pastry, and I apologize for not pronouncing that the correct way. Another says snickerdoodle was simply one of the playful names once given to cakes and cookies. Pumpkin has a much older American story. Indigenous peoples cultivated squash in the Americas for thousands of years, long before European settlement. Combining pumpkin with a cinnamon-coated snickerdoodle may be a modern variation, but the flavors have deep roots in American fall cooking.
And there we have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember,
At every table, we're saving you a seat.
Bye.
Bye.